All right, you're on.
Well, welcome to the Collective's brand new John's Dungeon Corner. So, my fellow adventurers, today we are going to take on the task of opening up the two Dungeons and Dragons starter sets. The first one that came out a little bit ago, and the Essentials kit, which is a little bit more advanced version of the starter kit. This starter kit here retails for $19.99. The Essentials kit is a $24.99. Comes with all kinds of fun goodies to play the game with, and is especially wonderful for anyone just starting, whether player or dungeon master. So let's talk about the starter set first. I'm going to move this one over to right yonder. Okay, so let's see what we got. Now, this one's already opened a little bit because it's been used in the game before. So here we go. We got some nice cover artwork there. I'm going to set that right over here. We can still see it. Inside, you'll find dice to play Dungeons and Dragons with. We have the four-sider. We got our four-sided die. Very cool there. We got our 6, our 8, our 10, our 12, and of course the magical 20. Let me see if I can get a 20. Come on. 20! Yeah. Oh, it's a hit. All right, then we have the rule book. And inside, this is a 32-page rule book. It talks about getting started, the different orders of how to do the combat, how to do movement, action. It gets into the different how to travel, the rewards and the equipment that are in here. It talks about spell casting and spells and the different various spell lists. But the neat thing about this is, other than all that jargon, it's got some really neat artwork. And I'm going to show you some of it because it's real. That's one of the things that I truly enjoyed about the game is some of the artwork that's there. This is the chapter 2 on combat. Has a really neat, a lot of adventurers out there just like you. This is what your characters look like when they're live. Okay, here we have a couple female character and a mage in the background. You know, and so lots of tables. It kind of explains a lot of the things that you need. And this is very basic. It's very simple. Here goes a wizard firing, I'm going to guess, magic missiles. One of my favorite spells. I mean, what's not to love? 3 magic missiles, they all hit, do 1d4 damage. Come on. So as you can see, this gets into all the different spells like thaumaturgy. Here we got spirit guardians, spider climber, let you climb up the wall. A lot of fun there. And then on the back, you got a really nice little appendix. And what it does is it will talk to you about the different statuses that a character can have. Blinded, charmed, deafened, and it kind of explains it a little bit. All right, so we're going to put this right over here. Now, this is the adventure that comes in here. It's called The Lost Mine of Phandelver. It's an amazing adventure. I've been on it. It's a lot of fun. Now, this is a 64-page booklet. And in it, you'll see it has the introduction to the adventure. I'm not going to go into this because I'm not going to ruin it, but this is what I wanted you to see. This is the map. Let me see if I can get it in there. This is the map of the Sword Coast. Okay. As you can see, here's Neverwinter, one of the most famous cities on the Sword Coast. We have the Neverwinter Woods. Now, this adventure, and I'm not going to spoil anything here, takes place down in this area. Okay. There's a town down there called Phandalin. Oh, dear, I got to say that right. Phandalin. So, a lot of little bit more maps in here. Oh, you can't see that. Sorry. I ain't gonna let you down, but look, I'm gonna flip through here. Here we go. Now that might be a spoiler or two because, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna find something really neat. Oh, here we go. Phandalin. There's the village that you operate out of. And actually, the neat thing is that these two, when I open up the other one, the Essentials kit, I'm gonna kind of give you a little foreshadowing. Is that the adventure takes place out of the same town. So, and there's a really nice map in that one. I love maps. I love any kind of artwork. Little green dragon. They're not so little. But here's some of the monsters. I'll show you some of the monsters because it's neat to see what you're going to get in here. It's not just a bunch of information. It's got pictures. Kind of helps you kind of imagine. If you're not playing with miniatures, some of the magical items. Magic is good. And some of the unique characters and monsters also. All right. So we have that one. Then here's the neat thing about this. So for starting DMs and players that aren't quite sure what they want to play or aren't quite sure how to create characters, there's some pre-made characters here. We have a High Elf Wizard. We have a Lightfoot Halfling Rogue. And everything's done up for you. All their stats are already made, all their saving throws, their skills, all their background work. Everything is there for you. So you can just sit down and play. Okay. Then we have the Hill Dwarf Cleric, a human fighter who has a noble background. Aha. And then we have a second human fighter who's a folk hero. So it makes for a really nice party. You got a little bit of everything in there. And it lets you play the adventure that's in here. And if you like it, of course, you can create your own characters. I've had it to where we've played with the original players and played with this and then created characters that they like and gone through the adventure again. And sure, you can kind of say, oh, well, they already knew what was going on. But, you know, it's all about the atmosphere and the imagination. Oh, wait, I got to put the dice back. Can't leave the dice out. Can't do nothing without the dice. Oh, and talking about dice, I'm going to showcase something. Don't go nowhere. I'm going to be right back. I got to show you this, okay? Don't go nowhere. So we talk about treasure. You got to see the treasures that I just picked up. I've always said you can never have too much dice. So today I was at the collective and they just got this shipment of dice. And of course, being a dungeon master, I didn't get them for me, but I got this gorgeous die. One for my son. Look at this beauty. Look at that. This is an all-metal 100-sided die. It is gorgeous. Look at that. That is beautiful. Oh, wait. You guys, focus. Come on, focus. Oh, you tell I haven't done this before. That's all right. You know what? Trust me. You can see that all that blink. Oh, there you go. There go the numbers. It is beautiful. I got to stop moving it, I think is what it is. Okay. So I got that one for him because his favorite color is blue and I just couldn't help myself. And then they got these other gorgeous dice in. And these I bought because my wife also plays. Look at those beauties. These just came in today. And they didn't get them tons of them. So if you want them, you got to come and get them. All right? All right. So enough about dice. But I had to show those off because those are like treasure. In fact, I'll leave them out so you can see them. There they are. All right. So now let's unbox this one here. Now, you sometimes might need a knife or something unless you got nails. But since I have nails, strong nails, I drink my milk. Or I did when I was a kid. Although some people would still say that I'm a kid at heart, which is probably true. I'm going to move this one over here now, like so. All pretty. And I'm going to open up the Essentials kit. Oh, check this out. In the back, it kind of tells you both of them do actually tell you what comes in it. And there's a map I'll say about, which I'm going to show you. This is really a nice set. It's a more advanced set, and the only reason I call it a little bit more advanced is not so much that the information is all that different, but that what's in it and what you have to do in order to make it work is a little different. So we got the dice, and you tell I just opened it. These are red. There's a couple more dice. You have your percentage dice in this one. In fact, I'll just open it so you can see it. Teeth work. You can use the scissors too, but hey, this works. So in this set, we have 46. And the reason why is you're going to end up rolling up your characters. Okay, you need 46 to roll them. The way it works is you take the highest 3, kick out the lower one. So I would have an 11, so on and so forth. All right. You got two 20-siders because in this one, you're going to deal with advantage and disadvantage. Advantage is you roll 2 dice and you take the higher one, so I would take the 13. Disadvantage, complete opposite. I rolled a 19 and 11, so I got to take the 11. Oh, man, what is going on here? You got percentage dice. So instead of rolling the D10 twice, this one actually has one die that's numbered, as you can see, 100 through 10. You roll them together, and what you come up with is you read the 20. Oh, you really can't see it from down there, but that would be a 28. And of course, you have your 8-sider, your 4, and your 12. Then we have the adventure. Oh, I can't show you a lot of this. This is so cool. Now, there's something a little bit different, too, as well. That one was stable. This actually has its own spine. And you'll see there's a lot more stuff in this one than the other one. I'm going to just go through. Here's the map. Once again, you got the Neverwinter. Neverwinter Woods, and once again, you're down in that area. Down south is where you're going to end up. You got the same map. Oh, and of course, as promised, Phandalin is right there. There's the village map again. So both adventures take place in the same area. Oh, can't see that. Oh, can't see that either. Oh, look at all those cool maps. You don't get to see. Oh, look, you see them. Okay, spoiler alert. That's done. Okay, there's this really neat little box, and you'll see there's a bunch of cards that you can use for the game. So you make this little box like so, and you put it there, and now comes the cool stuff. So these are initiative markers. When you roll initiative, there'll be an order between the characters and the monsters that are fighting and that they get to go in. So this is 1 through 9. They're perforated. You just cut them out and say, okay, you're number 1, 2, my monsters are 3, 4, 5, and so on and so forth. Okay, I'll put these right here. You can still kind of see them. I'll put them over there. All right, you can't see them. I'll put it right here. Look at that. I'll just keep moving around until you can't see it. All right. So these here, remember we were talking about the statuses of characters. So if a character is restrained or prone, unconscious, stunned, you flip it over and you give it to the character and it tells them what's going on. So if I'm stunned, a stunned character is incapacitated. It can't take actions or reactions, can't move, and can speak only. The creature automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws, and attack rolls against the creature have advantage, which means they will roll 2d20 to hit you. So, and that's kind of nice to have because the characters know what's going on. You also have blinded, charmed, deafened, and quite a few others. So this is really neat. Great source. This introduces you into what they call NPCs that you can wander around with. They give them a name in there, psychics. So these are the psychic cards. It has nice full color art on the front, and on the back it talks about what they do. And they go anywhere from a human spellcaster to you have a Lightfoot halfling warrior. Okay, so see, halflings can be warriors. All right. Then the neat part is here you have some of the magic items. Magic items, good. Remember I said magic items, good. So you can find like a potion of water breathing. Now, how cool is that? A wand of secrets. I can't tell you what it was, but it's a secret. All right. Yes, that was corny, but that's all right. We got potions of healing, and I'm gonna tell you what, potion of healing is your best friend. You have a lute, mithril chainmail, very nice. Anybody who's ever seen The Lord of the Rings knows exactly what mithril chainmail looks like. It's beautiful. Say it with me, beautiful. And of course, more magical items here and here. Oh, and these are your quests. So in this, you'll see that there's a list of different quests that you can go on, and these are the different quests. Now, you won't get all of them. You'll get them as you go through. And the neat thing also about this that makes it a little different than the starter set is this has got a pre-made party of 5, whereas this is actually staged out where you can play with just 2 players, yourself and a DM, up to 6 players, I believe it is. Yes, 2 to 6 players. So it's really nice. I know it because it says it right there. 2 to 6 players. Okay, so this is the rule book. It's a little bit bigger, I believe. Let me see. Is it 64 pages? It is 64 pages. So it's basically the same rule book. For those of you who do D&D Beyond, I think it is online, this actually has a couple things that you can't get for free online. And I'm not going to go into it. I have not played this as much as I'd like to. I played it. I didn't get to run this one, so I don't know about as much about it. I'm hoping it for the first time, as you saw just now. But it's really nice because it brings in the bard, which I know is one of the, and it brings in the entertainer background, which I know are not online. I know because I tried to play a bard online, I couldn't get it. They may have changed that, I think, possibly by now. But when this came out, I know it was not available. But this goes through all the rules. And of course, it has the monsters and some of the magical items and spells in it also. Here's another cool thing that the other one did not have. This comes with this really nice DM screen. Okay. On the front of it, which will face the players, of course, you've got this really neat adventure scene. Okay, really neat. You got your spellcaster. I think the dwarf is pulling along the halfling. You got an elven archer fighter. And I think this is a cleric up in the front, or maybe a sorcerer. And then you got, of course, some monsters. I believe those orcs looking at you. And a dragon. Hey, who doesn't want to fight a dragon, right? That's what we live for. And then inside is a lot of cool information. And this is what this is called the DM screen. So these are the actions that you can take in combat. Kind of talks about the conditions that a player or a creature can be in. Some of the DCs that you have to set, and how to travel, encounter distance, and that kind of thing. Lighting, cover. So it's a wonderful tool. I like that. And as I said, the first one did not come with. Then this comes with blank character sheets. As I said, that was one thing that is different. Here you'll create your own characters. You'll roll dice, you'll set them up. So these are custom characters that you'll have with a little advertising about the basic starter books, and of course,
we'll be teaching people how to create characters on Saturday.
Yes, good question. That's my audio technician and actually my producer, Steven, who works at the collective. Guy's really good with audio visual and is 2 thumbs up. So when you come in and see him, hey, tell him this is the guy who helps air everything that comes from here. Tell him, hey, Steve, nice job, thank you. And you have some suggestions for him because you're out there looking. Hey, he's always open for that. But anyway, we're going to teach you this Saturday. I'm glad you said that. We're going to teach you how to create characters from scratch. And if you've never played, I'll be running the starter set with the pre-made characters. And my son, who's bought that blue one for, will actually be running this campaign. He's an avid player. He's been playing since he was like 10 years old. So here's a little bit of advertising about some of the other things, the 3 basic core books, and some of the cool expansions that they have. And talking about cool stuff that they have before I get into the map, which is really neat. If you look behind me, I've got my friends. Here goes the starter set that I have here, the essentials kit, and then you'll see that there's some dice back there, and those dice are actually whole dice. It's dice within dice. Dice in a dice. Dice in a die. That's the way that goes. Dice in a die. And then these are my assistants, the Black Dragon, and this is the Dracolich, a blue Dracolich, spewing. Oh, I'm sorry. That's all. I don't want to get mad at it, you know. But these are some of the cool things that they have here that you can get as gifts or just to kind of expand your repertoire of miniatures. Oh, we're talking about miniatures. Let me tell you something. This game is awesome just the way it is. All right, before I get into that, let me show you the map. I love to jump around because I'm excited when I do these kind of things. But check out this map. There's 2 maps. Because you saw the map, and this is what's different about, and for the $5 difference, you can't go wrong. I have them both. Gotta have both. But you have the map. A nice big map that you can show the players. It's got a Sword Coast, the Neverwinter area, and then here goes Vandalen, the little town, city. And this is the area that the game happens in. And you flip it around, and now Vandalen really comes to life because you've got the entire town right there. I mean, you can run adventures just in the town. If you wanted to do your own thing after you run these adventures, you can, and just base them right out of there. You got a gorgeous map. It's really beautiful. So I'll talk about something, but that comes in there. It's awesome. All that comes in there. Now, just like the dice, I love miniatures. And if you ever watch our Sunday session on Dungeons & Dragons that I run for the staff here, I'm running the Lair of the Dragon Queen, which is a 2-book, 15-level adventure. And I use miniatures. I use maps. And it adds a whole new dimension to it. And the wonderful thing is that here at the collective, you can get miniatures, you can get your dice, you can get dice, hold your dice. They have all kinds of wonderful accessories. So if you have time, come on down. And I hear the gnomes are knocking at my door. The dwarves. I gotta go. I gotta go take care of them. I put it in a special order for some magical items, and they're banging down my door. So I will see you next time on John's Dungeon Corner. Have fun adventuring.